Alright, well, we're just gonna check out these bad boys here, the purple Moscows, deep dark purple Moscows. And again, we are low in water, aren't we? Googly moogly. So, it all comes down to, when do you do a water change? Well, I'll tell you what, this needs a water change. And I've been doing this long enough that if I see the water kind of getting a green tinge to it, there's a lot of Java moss in there, and then it's time to do a water change, and that's going to occur tonight. And this has got the hated hang on back filter. Can't stand it. But anyway, this is just a bathroom tank just for me to look at. But these boys are going to be expensive. These guys are going to go for about $70 a trio probably. So anyway, we'll get back out of here and answer some more questions. So when is a water change needed? Well, we'll approach that. Alright, well, sticking on a water change, you see how clear this water is? I did a 80% change the other night. Do I recommend that? Absolutely not. Don't ever do an 80% water change, people. Ever. You know, it's just, yeah, it's a lot. And an 80% change here. What's that? My albino bristle nose and one of my chocolate bristle noses and some of these others. But anywho, it doesn't hurt. It probably is not good, you know, to do a huge change like that. What I try to do sometimes is, my thought is, if I do a massive water change, it might spawn, you know, or get spawning behavior. And it might work. Because you're basically going from 70 degrees to, or 70, what do I keep these tanks at? 75 degrees roughly. And then we're suddenly plunging them into room temperature aquarium water, which is about, I don't know, 68 or less. So anywho, but look at how clear that is. Now keep in mind, I've not cleaned any of these filters. I've not cleaned the bottoms in ages. Oh man. You know what I see there, people? Money. Ram's horns. That's money. Every ram's horn is breeding is money this summer. And basically this is a combination of hair algae and of course Java moss. A very slow growing plant. So anyway, let's go to the next tanks. And do you have to vacuum the mulm up? Okay. I have never once in the 3 years I've had any of these tanks ever vacuum the substrate. Ever. A lot of reasons for it. How you doing, sweetheart? But anyway, get right back. Alright, let's hit on these topics here. Well, a lot of people will say fish food is, you know, it's cruel to have feeder fish. Alright? Very cruel to have feeder fish. Probably because people don't want to see anything eaten alive. I get that. But this is going to be very hard to see, probably. Number one ingredients there. Fish meal. And this is one of my top of the line foods that I sell. Oops. Spirulina pellets. Catfish will love this. Every food that you will ever see is going to have fish meal in there. Okay? What does that mean? That means fish eat fish, people. Alright. Is Mulm good? Well, again, I've kind of proved it works for me. Look at that hair algae. Oh, that's a mess. And that's a mess. Look at that. Whoo, that's a mess. But look at all them snails. Every snail you see in there will sell on eBay. Those are ram's horns. 12 of them will go for 10 bucks a pop. Okay? It's just, you gotta set your sights on whatever. That's hornwort. I put hornwort in there after I made sure there was no babies available. So we're gonna have to just kind of keep that going. Anyway, here's a shout out. She's not had videos out in a while. One fish, two fish rock. Now here's a cool thing, okay? I have got to show y'all this. She sent me a personal message. I sent her some earrings. Her name's Elizabeth or Liz. And she took the time to actually put little fishes on there. That's so cool. So hopefully she'll be back posting more videos. That's one fish, two rock, and Fish Fam. Also, pay attention to Nola Jane. She took time to send me a little Valentine's Day card, and look at that. Isn't that cute or what? Adorable. And there's a couple other people I've not seen back on YouTube in a while. Rick from Bam Aquatics, sadly. But that's one fish. Two fish rock, Aquarium Co-op, my sticker obviously. Jaden Aquatics, if y'all not seen Jason, check him out. AC's not been on in a while. Nor has Bam Aquatics. I know that AC was having some health issues, and I have no idea why Bam hadn't been on here. Alright, let's see. These were originally listed. So Mulm, we kind of covered it. It's not a bad thing, people. It's really not. You know, I mean, have you ever tried to vacuum sand? I use sand on my substrates. I have literally never vacuumed any sand out of any of these aquariums, and I got more upstairs, more blah blah blah. Corey from Aquarium Co-op hit heaters. Are heaters needed? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think yes, to an extent. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out, baby. That's a gun. Let me fire at the floor. Alright, it's 66 to roughly on the floor. Fire at the wall there. 67. Let's just fire at a random tank here. Okay, 70. What was that? 9? Okay. Check that out. 77. I have them all here. Now, let's check this out, man. Alright. Don't worry, that needle was not for herbal use. It's just a simple needle for dosing. Okay. Alright, 68. And, you know, we're just kind of going up through a pipe there. I had this installed. Let's fire at the bottom tanks. 76. I would expect them to be a little cooler. Yeah, 76. And 77. Alright. So anyway, what does all that mean? Is the heater needed is what Aquarium Co-op said. Yes, I'm talking to you, buddy. If you're trying to breed, I would say yeah. Because the lower the temperature, okay, the slower they will raise up. So if you're trying to breed, yes. I'm having a very hard time getting these Hawaiian blues to breed. I have no problems with these guys or those guys. I'm having a very hard time with the blue deltas. This line is done. I'm done with them. Red albinos, I get a lot of bent spines. That's a good female there. So I'll have very limited of those available. So that's kind of thing is, can these purebred guppies, I'm not talking about wild, or I'm sorry, your typical fancy store guppies, they can probably go down to 65 degrees, no problem. This basement, you know, it's just freaking concrete, man. And there is no heater in here whatsoever. Where's the heater, Scott? There's a heater. No, there's not. There's only one vent down here. The entire basement. Okay? And it just doesn't, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't put enough heat down there. There's a couple new tanks I'll have going soon. So anyway, back to that statement. Yeah, I mean, you can run them without a heater, sure. I think diseases under 65 degrees. I keep forgetting I got bristlenose in there. So I think under 65 or whatever, and then they become bad. All right, live plants, absolutely. I don't care if it's moss. I don't care if it's hornwort. I don't care if it's Java moss. I don't care if it's hair algae. And there's a lot of guppy moss. Again, I've got to pull, you know, all the googly, I've really got to pull that away. Anyway, live plants are a huge freaking help. So now we boil down to the last thing I'm going to talk about, water changes. How often? How soon? Well, I don't know. I do it a lot of different ways. Like, for instance, this tank here has always been a small tank. Not a whole... No, beautiful guppies, huh? But just not a huge deal in the front line. Okay? Now, these guys, not a huge deal in the Hawaiian blues. I've got other tanks in other rooms, you know, for the deep dark purple Moscows and blah blah blah. This tank's a little bit more important for water changes to me. But again, we got a lot of plant cover in this tank, the blue metalheads. We gotta do more water changes there. But, you know, these guys, there's just not enough to even worry about. These red snake skins, that line is completely freaking done. They're going to go into a cold tank here soon. They start knitting them out because I want to take that tank and put my deep dark purple Moscows in because I'm getting overrun on the 10 gallon. So how often on water changes? Man, depends on your bio load, how long you've had the tanks, how long anything. I mean, you'll have to make that judgment, man. You know, I don't know. These are all 20 gallon highs, I think. Where something like this, and again, we don't have anything. Every time I say we people, I mean me. There's someone else that lives here. I don't have these filled up yet. I'm storing these up for, there's the ALA, the American Library Association, coming in Louisville here in the next month. And, you know, I'm planning to get these tanks up and running. And that's the reason you see, well, in some of these aquariums, there are sponges that you literally... Oh, yeah. You can barely see that sponge. It's buried, man. But it's been soaking for about 8 months. Plenty of bacteria. So anyway, that'd just be an instant doer, if you will. These tanks, well, these are half black reds. They'll be for sale pretty soon, very soon. And these are the half black blues. Not great pictures. Anywho, yeah, you can kind of catch a glimpse of them. But my photographer is gonna be involved very soon. Okay, so I'm gonna end all this. It's been going on way too long, but some of this stuff is starting to sell. Okay, these Repashy lines are starting to go. Y'all need to get some of them. I don't have, my Fancytailaquatics, air tubing. I need to get that listed, man. I need to get a lot of things listed, I just sold a bunch of this stuff. What do you got there? Brine shrimp pellets. Dude, you got to get them. Spirulina pellets. My 2.2s just sold out. Alright, these are what what are they? I don't know. 5 point somethings. Got a bunch of pumps here. Breezies. I love breezies. Dude, we do breezies here. Alright, great stuff. I got stability. I got prime. These are smaller 100 milliliter bottles. You know why? Because it's too difficult and expensive to ship the 100s. I'm sorry, 500s. Is that what those are? Yeah, they're very expensive. We'll continue down the line. And look, y'all gotta get some of these flakes. Earthworm. Earthworm is my biggest seller right now, besides spirulina pellets. Okay, I'm wrapping this up. Later, dog.